fun show. We are getting into the heat of the summer for sure. And so whether it's the heat or you want to keep the sun off of you, or you're out by the pool, or maybe you're outside working in your garden, you need two things. One of which is a hat it's from a company called Mission. And it's the Sun Defender Unisex hat with UPF 50, which is like sunscreen only in fabric, and a cooling towel you'll get as well. The other thing that you definitely really need is to hydrate. And these will be coming up in just a little bit. They are great water bottles, and we'll have also the mugs and the larger cups too. So anyway, I'm thirsty right now. Let me introduce you to my guest, Susan Ford. Come on in. How are you?
Thank you for having me. How are you?
I was getting hot and thirsty, and you know, gotta have the hat too. By the way, we have three colors. This is khaki. We also have it in bronze green or navy blue. And Susan Ford is a wellness and health expert, and probably one of the best things that we can do is shade ourselves.
Absolutely. And with this hat as well, you have a UPF 50, but it also has cooling technology embedded within the inside, along the neck, and the towel that you get as well also has that cooling technology embedded within it.
Can it actually be like, if it's wet, it's cooler?
It's cooler, so I pre-activated this towel. I gave it a little water, I wrung it out, and I gave it a little air. And as you can see, if you look at the temperature of me, there we go, I'm 92, 88, and I go all the way down to my towel, and it is 60 degrees, almost 30 degrees cooler.
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Because I will tell you, I feel bad for all these construction people, men and women, that are out on the streets doing all this construction, and it's hot and it's humid. And, you know, but it can be ourselves. It can be out running around with the kids at the park.
Absolutely.
It can be, you know, I say in your garden or whatever else you would need to do outdoors.
And it's only going to get hotter this summer.
Well, this is true.
They said next week across USA is going to be record highs. So we want to make sure that we're doing what we can to keep cool and comfortable during that hot time.
So let's talk about this hat, because it's interesting, because the very front of it has this wide brim. So that's, you know, sometimes you put a little hat on with a little tiny brim, it's not doing much. This looks like it's about 4 inches.
It is, and it's protecting the front of your face so well with that UPF 50.
Okay.
And not even to mention, you have that neck protection as well. So you can do it when you're boating, with your fishing, whatever you're doing outside that you love to enjoy. And that was Mission's mission. You know, when they became a company 15 years ago, they wanted to make the customer cool and comfortable while they do the things they love outside, whether it is fishing or gardening or mowing the lawn, whatever it may be. This protects you through that time.
By the way, I was surprised how lightweight this is. It's very lightweight.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of hats can get kind of heavy on your head or feel a little bit like, wow, that's the last thing I need is something heavy. This is super, super lightweight. I was gonna ask you, is it machine washable?
Yes, which is huge.
Good.
Packable, machine washable. You can bring it with you almost anywhere.
And by the way, it has little holes right here, which I would call kind of air conditioning, you know.
Well, and that's what it is, like an AC unit on your head, because it cools you down.
So that it lets the heat from your head dissipate, which is probably what you want. What do we do in the back here? Is this to just make it fit a little better?
So it's one size fits most, so you can make it a little bit tighter for you if you want it a little bit tighter for doing things outside that require more motion. I know, I mean, for me, honestly, what is the big thing for me is that the inside band has all that cooling technology. And as you can see in the video here, that they are adjusting it, but they're using it outside. They're watering their plants. They're doing all the things they love to do while keeping cool. And that band inside, and also the part around your neck, has all of that cooling technology embedded with it. So all you have to do is put a little bit of water, bring it out, give it some air, and you're good to go.
That's so interesting. We have something else we want to show. Explain what this is doing.
This is amazing. This is a thermal video. So on the left is an ordinary hat, and on the right you have your Mission cooling hat. In the middle, there's that temperature gauge.
Yeah.
They both were dunked in water, the same temperature water. The hat on your left didn't change temperature at all. It's actually 99 degrees, and that Mission hat on your right is all the way down to 68 degrees in less than a minute. And it will stay that way between 2 and 3 hours until you reactivate it again.
If you're sitting out at the beach and you're just kind of baking, you know, the nice thing is you can just go and, you know, swish it through the ocean water.
Any water, right?
Any water. You know, take a bottle of water and pour it over it a little bit, and you're going to have something that's cooling. I wanted to show you inside right here. This is this piece that's inside the hat. That's what's up against your forehead, around the back of your head. It all goes in. I was pulling it out so you could see what I was talking about. But you have everything from a 4-inch rim to this cooling area right around there. You've got this lightweight cooling area here with the holes so that you have it vented, and then you can tighten it up if you need to. But then you've got all this coverage over the back of your neck, over the back of your shoulders, and then even on this piece too. You know, sometimes I like to tuck that part in, and I don't need that, you know, and I can go ahead and put it on. But if I'm out on a boat or somewhere where it's windy, like you have it, you can also drop your hat, you know, you can tighten it up
your neck.
Or just drop it in the back. Go back to the towel for a minute and why that's included.
So the towel is, I mean, you're getting a 2-for-1 almost. That towel has that cooling technology within it as well. This is a dry towel. And I'm going to give it a little bit of water, as much as you want. Really, you can use ocean, lake, a bottle of water. I know sometimes sweat, you know, that activates it as well. I wring it out and I give it just a little air. I snap it, give it a little air, and within 60 seconds, it should cool down. Already you feel the cool.
Oh my goodness.
20 seconds?
That's crazy.
I know.
So how cool that is.
Look at my body temperature. So I move my arm, 89, and then this activated one is at 63 and going down.
Wow, and that's amazing. And it will stay that way until it dries, right?
Yes, 2 to 3 hours, and then all you have to do is reactivate it again. Odor resistant, so it won't smell. You can machine wash. It's amazing.
Who else in your family needs these besides you? Khaki is very, very popular. We also have green. We have navy blue. It doesn't matter, men, women. This is totally unisex. And I'll tell you what, if there is something that just like where if you go to the dermatologist and they're checking, you know, your skin and they go, uh-oh, I see something I don't like. That's when you say, why didn't I protect myself more? And that's why this is so very, very important. Protect yourself and also cool down at the same time.
UPF 50, a cooling technology, I mean, you can't beat it.
That's true. And by the way, Mission also sells socks, and I love their socks. Their socks will keep your feet cool too, especially if you're a walker or a runner.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, thank you so much, Susan. And don't forget, we're going to get you something hot to hydrate you in just a moment. Also yet to come, we have those Skechers shoes, so you can go walking in them while you're actually wearing your hat. Oh, speaking of hats, Mark Charles Masili's got a hat on.
I got to cover this bald head of mine.
That's right.
It's too shiny for the lights.
Too